Yes, good morning. You are watching QTV This Morning. We are back on another edition of This Morning here. We are broadcasting live at our studios along Kairaba Avenue. And I am Ibrahim Abalde and joined by my colleague, Julde Njai. Njata Njai, Julde, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
How is the morning?
Alhamdulillah. I am really excited today.
Well, I've heard you said this is not yellow. What color is this?
I think it's camouflage.
Is?
Camouflage.
Oh, that's camouflage? I was thinking camouflage is more of mixed colors, the black, the green, more of a soldier uniform, sort of. But it looks yellow, but it's not like yellow. I think I'm wearing yellow.
It's lemon. It's lemon.
It's lemon! That's it. That's lemon for you.
That's lemon.
Exactly.
Good morning to you, Balde. Good morning to our wonderful viewers from wherever you're watching us from. We are back to yet another interesting edition of this morning program live here on QTV. Like I said earlier, Balde, I am very excited today. Like it's one of the, if not the happiest days of my life.
Absolutely.
Yes, because on this day...
I think you'll have to let me do the big announcement.
Yes.
You know, well, we are wishing our son a happy birthday. Today is our son's birthday. We are wishing him a happy birthday. Your mommy is proud of you.
Yes.
And, you know, may you celebrate many, many, many more to come.
I mean,
yes.
I mean, Ibrahim, thank you very much. So I'm wishing my son a very happy birthday. May he live to witness many more years to come with good health, long life, progress, peace, and prosperity. Mom is very proud of you. Yeah,
I would also wish him happy birthday if I knew his name.
Thank you, Ibrahim.
He's Ibrahim.
He's Ibrahim. He's also Ibrahim.
Yes.
We share the same name. He's
Okay.
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
As your mom says, we wish you many, many years of prosperity and good health and all the things. In fact, good health above prosperity.
And a lot of money. A lot of money.
I mean, thank you guys. I really appreciate this.
Exactly. I mean, Mr. Adewosa, what's going on? I mean,
there's a lot going on. It's a lovely day. And it's always good to be at work and good to see in the morning smiling colleagues. And usually they smile even more once they've had their breakfast. And so you see people queuing up, myself included, you know. And this morning I rushed to go and get something to eat. And the colleague, Hadi, was sitting there, Hadi Nyang, and I didn't even say good morning. I was so, I came back, I apologized. I said, you know what, it's not like me. I said, but I was feeling so hungry that the food was calling me. And it made me forget my manners.
That's hunger for you.
So, you know, I said, that's what hunger can do.
Exactly. A hungry man is an angry man.
She was understanding and forgiving, so that was nice.
Mr. Ade, how are you able to juggle this? I mean, you're the first to come to the office and the last to leave. I mean, if I come here first, man, next day I will come.
You want me to give away my secret?
He always says that I am the grandpa of QTV.
That's the...
But I am, in terms of age.
In fact, the youth should be ashamed of themselves.
Exactly.
We should be ashamed of ourselves. I mean, how can you do that? How can you beat us on that?
But no, you know, in the mornings, and I have to confess something. One of the reasons I come in early is I don't like being stuck in traffic. And so I want to beat the traffic. So I leave home, if I leave home at 6:30, for me that's late, you know. And then in the evenings, again, I beat the traffic by going home late. So, you know.
Someone is saying, I am the first person to leave and the last to come to work. Man, you have to understand sometimes, you know. But sometimes I do come very early in the morning.
Sometimes.
When I come to work in the morning, early, and people like Baugat will be telling, boy, what happened?
What happened? Exactly.
Did your wife send you?
Did you sleep here?
Did your wife send you out of the...
Well, that's what we, you know, people who were not used to seeing early in the morning, we always tease them and say, did you sleep in the building somewhere? But it's good. I mean, I'm one of these people who, I need very little sleep. So even when I leave here late, I have a son in America, and normally I'm chatting to him late into the early hours of the morning because it's fine, you know, it's kind of evening time there. Although it's kind of 2 a.m. here or 3 a.m. But yeah.
You know, when my boss was doing my appraisals, I mean, well, what is it to be regular and punctual? Well, he gave me a mark.
Don't tell people.
When he gave me my appraisals,
yes.
When I looked at that, and that was the only bond, I looked at it, and he looked at me. He looked at me. I said, no worries, you are right. Don't worry.
I
have decided.
A sign of an
definitely want many
well, I have decided. Why should I query?
Yeah,
if you know, I mean, this is your problem. You need to work on it.
Exactly.
Accept it and work on it.
That's very
Know.
important.
So, Julde, let's go to the African proverb.
The African proverb this morning is, don't think there are no crocodiles just because the water is calm.
Oh, we had that yesterday.
Oh, it's the same one?
It's the same one.
Yes.
Oh, seeing is different
than being told.
So inside there is an amalgamation.
Yes.
You know.
What's that, Balde?
Aliu Jallo, who is amalgamating this thing?
And why are we reviving one that we did about 3 weeks ago? What's going on?
I'm not understanding this.
What Francis is doing in the studio is kapun.
Our viewers will be going mad saying, we did that one 3 weeks ago, and this one we did only yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know what we can do, but we can take any of one.
Well, I think we take the one on the screen.
We'll take the one on the screen.
Better.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
seeing is believing.
I think it is not connecting.
Seeing is believing.
Mm.
Although the only instance in which seeing is believing doesn't apply is when it comes to matters of faith. When it comes to faith, you believe without having to see necessarily the evidence of what is promised to you and so on. That belief will carry you through, but in most times as human beings we're very skeptical. Somebody tells you something and you say, I want to see it for myself, that. And we had a recent example with the president on the Meet the People tour. He said, I get reports about all these projects but I actually want to go and see them for myself, and that was a very recent example of that. So yes, as human beings we want to see things with our own eyes before we fully believe.
Well, Julia, what about you?
Yeah, I think that part of it is very, very important. Oftentimes, we just rely on hearsay and we depend on secondary sources. We don't get to get it ourselves. So it's very important for one to find, something for yourself, But in this country of ours, normally rumors spread fast. And if you ask somebody, where do you get this information? Or how do you even obtain this information? They will not be able to tell you. It's like, oh, I heard it from somewhere. I heard it from this person. So it's difficult. Especially in this 21st century where technology, social media and all that is very, very difficult. That is why one ought to be cautious, one ought to be really careful of what you hear, the information that you digest and the information that you really put into consideration. So it's always important to get it firsthand than to be told.
I once posted on Facebook many years ago because I got annoyed about this kind of thing. And I said that, a rumor wakes up in the morning and by the time he goes to bed, he's become a fact. Because so many people share it and they amplify it. They add little bits to it and little bits and little bits. In fact, just before I came here, I was just dealing with something online. People were sharing a video, short video, about 15 or 20-second video, saying that it was a hospital run by the Chinese in Freetown in Sierra Leone. And people were saying, no, it's a lie, it's fake news, it's all. So what I did was I went to the end of the video, and actually the person who did the video has taken a shot of the front of the hospital and it's got a telephone number and it's a Freetown telephone number. And I just screenshot that and I said it. I said, call up the hospital and prove for yourself.
It's just a matter of doing your fact check. To verify information. I mean, information sometimes the way we receive it and the way we digest it, can harm.
But Julia says something very important there, that sometimes we get this information from somebody we believe is a trusted source. And because we think this person is a trusted source, we then, don't bother to check. We think, oh, this person, they're not used to lying. And, I believe what they say. But there might be that something nagging, let me check it anyway for myself. That's kind of human nature. Yeah.
Well, absolutely. That's the African proverb for you. Now we'll take a short break. After the break, I have some papers already with me, but they are not hard copies. They are soft copies.
Okay.
We'll be using them on the program.
In the age of technology, that's fine.
Exactly. So let's take a break. After the break, we'll be back. Let's acknowledge our sponsors. We'll be back.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands in stock, and you will definitely find yours. You can have the full package of frame plus lenses starting from $990 up to more for the most fashionable options. Once you find a frame you like, your lenses will immediately be edged by our lab technician. Within 30 minutes, you will be able to leave with your prescription glasses and a huge smile on your face. How amazing is that? Visit us at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123.
We are back, and you are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde, and now let's take a look at this video that I saw on social media this morning. I mean, there's a particular online media house conducting a vox pop, you know, in the streets, talking to people. I think Gambians are making Jammeh's comments very relevant of him coming back to this country and, you know, sitting on the throne again. I mean, I think that should be, Jammeh should be history now. But I've seen people whom she interview saying Jammeh should come back. He's the only one that can run this country. I mean, well, we miss Jammeh. Some people don't even have reasons. Yeah. All they will tell you, we miss him. We miss Jammeh, let him come back. And
I think it's what they call Stockholm Syndrome. If somebody was your president for 22 years, even if they were a bad president, you think that that's what a president should be. It's like people who get kidnapped by somebody and held captive for 15 or 20 years. They end up loving their captor, and they think that that is normal life. It's the same. You know, for 22 years, he completely dominated the sector. There are people who told you that if he was here, COVID wouldn't dare come into the Gambia. You know, rubbish like that. And you know, I've said this 1,000 times. Human beings, no matter what we get, we are never satisfied. Somebody says, oh, I want a child. They get a child and they want another. I want money. They get money and they want more and they want more. You have 22 years of dictatorship and authoritarian rule. You say we want to get rid of it, and then you have 6 or 7 years of democracy where you can do and say pretty much without fear of being locked up. And people don't appreciate how precious that is until the day it's taken away from them.
Well, you know, Mr. Ade,
then they will regret
I don't know how people portray Adama Barrow. Well, I don't mention the side I support, but I'll tell you, Gambians enjoyed what we call democracy, you know, in his regime. Before we cannot talk, before you cannot even think about having a TV station called QTV to come and talk about issues affecting our country.
Yes, I mean, and those people who say they want Jammeh back, they obviously are supporters of his, but you have to ask them the questions. The people who are not supporters of Jammeh, what did they go through? What did they suffer? Ask people who are not his supporters whether they want him back. I think they'll tell you no. He'll always have his supporters, like I said. But people who were born and grew up under him, that's all they know. You know, it's like, you know, I once argued with somebody about the fact that, you know, at the time Gambia was ranked number 4 in the world for road traffic accidents. And I said this was appalling. And she criticized me. She's a National Assembly member. There aren't many, so people can probably guess which one. You know, and she said, this guy writing this article has never even been to the Gambia. And I said, well, it's not that. I live here. And the thing is, your response tells me that you have normalized bad driving, where people overtake and they kill each other. You think that's normal. And you think I'm the one who's at fault, you know. So people normalize things that are wrong and not very good for them. And that's what we have with that kind of claim, really. But it's history.
Right, Julia, what do you think? I mean, do you think Jammeh should be given the chance to come back to this country and rule and go back to State House?
I mean, Jammeh is a citizen, first of all. He has every right to rule the country, that is, if he is qualified, of course. And the issue of, for the fact that, you know, the TRRC, a lot of people are saying that he committed a lot of atrocities in this country. But then, he is innocent until proven guilty. That is what I believed in. Jammeh, you know, as far as I am concerned, he is innocent until he is proven guilty by a court of law. Yeah, and he's a citizen. Like these things, I think we ought to be careful. People, there are people, for instance, people can say, okay, Jammeh should come back. For what reason? Maybe they want him back to be convicted or to face justice. Others want him back to rule the country because they feel like the country is not moving in the right direction. Or there are people who also have ulterior motives.
I gave a lift to somebody last week, and we ended up having an argument because he said exactly that. And I said, why do you want him back? He said, oh, because when he was here, my business did really well. I said, so you want him back for your own selfish motives, not for the common good, not for the national good, but for your own individual. I benefited, my family benefited. I'm sorry, that is not good enough. You have to take the wider society into consideration. And you're right. If he feels that he's not being given, let him present himself somewhere where he can stand trial. Let him come back and face a court if he's brave enough to do that. But he can sit in Equatorial Guinea and he can send out videos and audio. But let him go to a country that will extradite him to here or somewhere else, and we'll see. Let him prove his innocence.
Well, let's see what will happen. As far as we are concerned, there are a lot of atrocities, according to what is said, that he is supposed to prove himself guilty or not.
Well, I hope he's not watching this because I'm supposed to be going to Equatorial Guinea. In fact, I got the invitation yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, honestly, yeah. And so, if he's watching, he'll probably be at the airport to greet me and say, what were you saying about me? But this is true.
You think he should be able to grip anymore? He cannot
greet me.
There are people
I was thinking you said he would be able to grip you.
No, greet me.
He can't grip anymore.
But people are even saying that he is not in good terms with the president of Equatorial Guinea, because even his victory celebration, Jammeh was not spotted there. I don't know how true is that.
Yeah, I saw the video, and I'm in communication with somebody who's a nephew of the president, and Jammeh wasn't there, but maybe, I don't know, I mean, you know, what is there? You know, the guy was being elected for the 6th time. He's the world's longest running. And Jammeh is probably a bit jealous, like this guy's got 43 years rule already. I only had 22. But he's pretty much keeping quiet you know, in terms of, you know, keeping out of
Is it not sad? Politics. Our leaders should be ashamed of themselves. I mean, clinging into power for so long. Let's take a sample of Gaddafi. You know, I think Gaddafi did not end well. I mean, he was killed mercilessly
in a nasty way
by his people. When I saw the video, it was very sad. I mean, with all the status that Gaddafi had, being killed by small children in the streets of Libya like that. Don't you think that's greediness, Mr. Ade?
It is greed. And today I posted on Twitter and on Facebook that in 2010, Alpha Condé, 21st of December 2010, Alpha Condé was elected president of Guinea-Conakry. And most people think that that was the first ever free election in the country's history, which is kind of sad when you consider that they broke away from France in 1958, October 1958. Was when France, they didn't wait for France to give them independence. Sékou Touré broke away. And all that time, you know, and what did Alpha Condé do? I mean, this guy had been jailed when he was trying to be an opposition politician. He criticized Lansana Conté. When he got in, what did he do? He won one election, he won a second election, and then he changed the constitution, extended the term for which you could serve a president, and even extended took away the term limits so he could stand again and again and again. Where is he now? He's in jail, and it serves him right. You know, it is greed. It is greed. This is the man who made a lot of noise. I interviewed him in London 2 weeks after he was released from prison, you know, and he said all the right things, and the British politicians loved him. They thought, yes, you know, Guinea is going to get a true democrat now. And he turned out to want to be one of these.
Well, I watched one of his
interviews.
interview. I watched one of his interview long time, but I didn't know. Maybe it's one of those interviews. I mean, that was a very long time.
He speaks very good English, and he speaks Creole as well, which surprised me. But
exactly.
He does, yes.
Yes. So let's talk about an ambulance driver allegedly killed a young boy in the streets. I mean,
is this the one who was sentenced or not?
Well, I am not sure whether he is sentenced or not.
Okay.
But according to what he said, he was speeding. You know, disguising as if there is something like a patient,
an emergency,
while it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, in England, you hear the sirens going when there's an ambulance, and there have been many instances where people have, you know, they've been in accidents or they've killed people whilst they're on their way to an emergency. It happens. So I don't know what the circumstances were, but you're saying that this guy wasn't really going to an emergency, or he wasn't taking a patient you know, somewhere, and he was just speeding. But they do that again, you know, sometimes because they want to beat traffic. They put on the sirens and the lights, and people give them way because they think they are attending an emergency, and that they should never do that. But it happens even in you know, so-called first world countries. So it's a sad matter, and if of course he's guilty, then he should face the full force of the law.
Exactly, and I think that people should not take certain things for granted. For the fact that you are an ambulance driver does not mean that you should behave in certain way. Most times ambulances are, you know, believed to be carrying patients who are, you know, facing complications and all that. But now if people are realizing now that these ambulance drivers are faking the situation, I think it is they will put many more lives in danger, because people will be like, okay, there is nobody there. Perhaps they just want to beat traffic, like you said. So I think they ought to be very, very careful. These things should not be taken lightly, and I just hope that that driver will be taken to justice. He will face justice.
Well, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, I think people have so much respect for ambulance. I mean, when they're in our streets, once you hear them, you need to leave way. I mean, I don't think it's a wise idea for this guy to disguise as if he's carrying a patient. Otherwise, people will stop giving them that privilege.
They lose the public trust if you do that. And of course, we all know that when you see an ambulance speeding, and what tends to happen is other cars then go behind them because everybody's giving them way. And you know, you see 5 or 6 cars that have nothing to do with the emergency. They all trail in behind the ambulance. But that's a very unfortunate case if a child has been killed.
Let's take a look at our currency, the dalasi. Well, on the Voice newspaper, it is said the value of the dalasi has depreciated. I mean, and you know, we can all attest to that, Mr. Ade. Recently, I think the dalasi is not doing good.
I would go so far as to say to the person who wrote that, can you point to one currency that is doing good? This is a worldwide phenomenon. I mean, it's not restricted to the Gambia. And the Gambia cannot exempt itself from global economics. You know, we live in the world, you know. There are so many things that affect that situation. So, like I said, show me one currency that's doing well. None of them.
Well, when you look at other currencies from around the world, you will see the Gambia is also doing well. It's better than other currencies. Let's take a look at Guinea-Conakry.
Guinea-Conakry, Zimbabwe.
Take a look at, yes, Zimbabwe. You know, I think, you know, but I think
DR Congo.
Something
there are many.
Something should be done too before we get to the red light.
Yes, I mean, you know, there are all sorts of things that we can try and do before it gets to be a crisis. But you know, sometimes, you know, our hands are tied. And you know, I think we keep saying this, that, you know, COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war should serve as a wake-up call to Africa. You know, we spend a lot of our money kind of importing stuff, including food, which is really quite scandalous. And you know, as was said a few months ago, you know, isn't it a disgrace that, you know, a nation of 14 million people, the Ukraine, gets into difficulty, and a continent of 1.4 billion people starts to get worried and say we can't feed ourselves. That's shameful, really. Size of Africa, it's like 1,000 times the size of Ukraine. You know, it should not happen. You know, but it's where we are. So there are lots of external factors for the way we have run our countries. So it's just not. It's not, you know, just restricted to the Gambia. It's across the continent. We just have not run our countries well, and now we're kind of reaping the sad harvest of that. You know, no pun intended. Yeah.
The worst thing is, I mean, we have got to a level where, you know, we cannot go back. We are stuck in the middle within. So we cannot go in front, and we cannot also go back. I mean, the only way we can go back is to orient our coming generation well, to make sure they are given the right orientation, that's the right education, and the right format to live their lives. But for us, we are done. I mean, we are taking the same format, Julie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Like Mr. Drame said, we ought to revisit ourselves as Africans, as a people of Africa, because it's really sad, considering Ukraine and, of course, seeing Africa and the natural resources that we have, you know, in our possession, and, you know, the impact of this war on Africa. It's really sad. It ought not to be like that. Africa has all it takes to feed itself, to sustain itself, not to depend on other countries. Yeah, but it's unfortunate that our leaders, I don't know, I think this is a curse on us, but it's like we are not really getting it right when it comes to the leaders that we are really electing to be in their force. We ought to be proud of ourselves. We ought to accept ourselves as Africans, and then, you know, that African liberation that we are talking about ought to be seen to be done. Not just talking. Let us just walk the talk. I think it's for far too long, Africans are just, you know, depending on people. Like, for instance, even within ourselves, the African Free Trade Agreement, I mean, for far too long, leaders are talking about it. But even if you go to Senegal, you know, the possibility of you being stopped, you know, it's very high. And it's very sad. Look at Senegal. There's just our next door neighbor. Talk less of other countries in Africa. So it's very sad. Even the eco currency that they are talking about, it's not going anywhere.
And the Senegal thing, if I can take you up, I don't like to interrupt, but you just mentioned something very, very important. Because last week we had somebody from the Transport Union in Senegal here, and he was saying, oh, this stuff is just people just talking. So we actually had to show him the video of when Choi and others went to Senegal, and they were in fear of their lives. They thought they were going to be killed. I mean, so we showed him the video, said, we're not making this up. You know, that's part of ECOWAS protocol. We should be able to go to never mind the Africa Free Trade Agreement.
Exactly.
You know,
we should be able to
and
go.
it's only then
in
BDP.
fact, when I saw the new ECOWAS ID, you know, I asked myself, I said, why should we even acquire an ECOWAS ID if you cannot move about within the ECOWAS countries free? I mean, if you're moving to Senegal, just Karang at the border here, they will be like, in fact, they want to eat you.
They ask you, and they ask you for money.
Yes.
When they shouldn't.
It is very sad. We are good putting pen to paper, but implementation is zero in Africa. And we have to work on that. Yes, thank you, Mr. Ade, for coming on this platform, the newspaper review, and it's always good to have you here.
And next time I will only come if we have physical newspapers.
Exactly. Yes, now we'll take a short break, and after the break, we'll talk to Sarenga Youth Development Association. I mean, they'll be providing free health care to the people of Sarenga and the surrounding villages. They've been doing this every year. We'll be talking to Ibrahim Jallo and Sajo Jallo. We'll be back.
Talahard Gallery, in partnership with the Q Group Foundation, presents Contemporary Art from the Smiling Coast of the Gambia, an exclusive art exhibition featuring renowned Gambian artist Njogu Toure with Modu Boy and Abdurrahman Salah. We are using a traditional fair booth at Q City Grounds, Bigelow, every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. from the 8th to the 30th of December. Come and browse, admire and buy original and indigenous art for every space and taste. Join us in nurturing a creative spirit. Proudly sponsored by the Q Group. Soon your boss, soon your art. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entrepreneurship to build local content. 'Sun Your Art, promoting entreprene
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system with reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
QMoney is back again with its easy-to-use, secure and convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new QMoney app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy Q Power, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send Q money, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. Q Money, Sinu Calpe. We innovate, others follow. To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Q Money, the biggest.
We are back. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. If you missed anything discussed here, you can go to our social media handles. And you can also follow the repeat of this program at 12 midnight. Now, we'll talk to Ibrahim Jallo and Sajo Jallo from Sarenga Youth Development Association. They are looking forward to an event where they give free health care medication to the people of Sarengai and the surrounding villages. They've been doing this now for years, and it is important for them to come here, share this experience, and also what are they looking forward to. Julde and what I engage Sajo Kanko Ibrahima on the program.
Sajo jarama he program o hande ko ardon do ko komi yidi andude rek odo initiative modon o hande o fuddoto kadi yimbe jelu mako sare nde fo kadi ndah ko yimbe sare ngay tan ngakkoton health o yimbe wobbe kadi na mbawi yaade to sare to.
On jarama ki TV min beltima fi garal amen do program o wona hikka ko hikka watta mo duubi nay gila fuddi program o ko min gebbini mo rek ko fi yide rek enen ayna ko be fulbe ayna ko be specially heden keddi baawo engala he kede kewde de gandulla ko do yimbe be gon yadde jamanu so min daari min tawi ko yo min gartu to sare to min yaltube be min jalta min jaha sare to min gokkira hunde ko gandulla walla min bada ko gandulla ko fof renata alamdi ma stay ko sare ndera wona sare ne tan wi min kebi tununu fof Senegal ya ha maka koli bantang en ya Tambakunda si taino min gadno video ya yianno min kebi over turn out about 2,000-3,000 patients yearly almost min jiata every occasion min badi fof min keba turn out be ganduda be ngarat le tununu fof wulli sandu dulaji di fof be ngarat across basse be ngarat because ko free min gokata lekke ko free min check lekke min check nyabuji bay no high blood min check diabetes asthma en UTIN fof min jadat he yimbe be ganduda be nyogi gandal e doctorabe e nosibe fof min jadat min bada invite min nodda be ganduda ko village health worker ji village health worker ji ganduda kay ngoni wallu tobe yimbe be fi cellal e be ganduda kadi ballata jibinoɓe ɓe ɓe fof ɓe mbaɗa ɓe invite programme ɓe fof ɓe gonat toon min dara guiteje kadi min jaɗa lekkele maɓɓe kala ko ganduɗa meɗen to mbaɗa komin mbawa fof min gokkat referral min gokkat ma advice hoto mbawɗa yaade he leydi mbawa heɓade safara maɗa te min jii ɗum yimɓe waktu fof waktu ɓe min hen mana tigui ɓe guetto ɓe mbiya wonde min jokku programme o because mo walli yimɓe hewɓe en keeɓi nafoore ɓe ganduɗa min jiiti ñawji ɗi ganduɗa ko cuuɗinoɗi komin jiiti ɗi min jeehi to min cekkiɓe min jaadi doctorat ɓe ganduɗa joguiɓe gandal famɓe golle min jaadi mabɓe ɓe cekkiɓe ɓe gandi wondema ɗum ɗo wawata waɗe o lebul ɗo en min ɗonaɓe ko mbiyata referral ko en woɓɓe garat ga ɓe keeɓa hen safara mo ganduɗa hanti gila on time ha hande ɓen ɗon ñabbuli maɓɓe ɗi celli kono madde amin mbi waktu fof waktu min mbaɗ ɗum hitande fof hitande fof
nde ɗo hitande watta duuɓi 4 gila puɗɗi ɗon o initiative moɗon mbiya haalino mbiɗon on gaddat nosiɓe he doctorat ɓe gandanta ɓe mbaɗi specialise in different areas kono noon ɓe doctoraɓe walla ɓe nosiɓe hoto guittoton ɓe kadi so ɓe gari kana koto private hospitals walla koto government hospitals guittoton ɓe kadi on joɓat ɓe nana kadi kalis o because lekki joni na séri ha ɓurtiti hoto keɓoton kalis ko ñawdirton yimɓe fotini yimɓe guluje ɗiɗo yimɓe
exactly ɗon a jarama programme o foof ko kabila amen o tan minen mbatta mbo ko minen kabila Diallo Kounda Sare Ngayre minen tan mbatta programme o minen mbatta mbo sponsor ko minen cotta lekkele minen mbiya en jarama ɓe docteur ɓe walloɓe men golle ɓe ha hen nosiɓe walloɓe men golle ɓe miɗen min mbiya ɓe jarama par ce que ɓe meeɗa men lamdade transu min gokkani ɓe hay hunde ko moƴƴere mumen tan yiide wallude bani adama rek kayenne waktu mumin garani ɓe fof e paari waktuji sako kay en joɓanta koye mumen paasi yiide kay en jata toon min joɗodira e maɓɓe min ballodira he maɓɓe ɓe balla min e min jiiya min keeɓi sago amen lekkele min ko minen ɓena ɓen tan hay goto min meeɗa hebde external support ko minen kabila Diallo Kounda o rek min cooda lekkele ko heeda 75,000 80,000 ko minen coodanta koye amen lekkele hay goto min meeɗa honkude bafal yo wallu min ko minen ɓenaɓe min mbatta sa min mbaɗi ɗum ɗo ko fii wallitade yimɓe ɓe kadi andinde yimɓe ɓe pullo wona gaynaka tan andi
ka ɗum ɓe mbiyata de
wona gaynaka tan sabu min jii wondema enen fulɓe saka toon yimɓe heɓe keeɓi o belief inferiority mbawa wadde ɓe mbawata wadde hunde sina gaynaka ya pullo ko gaynaka ndemdu tan so minen min gari wadde ɗum min mbi wona ɗum wonde par ce que hande alhamdoulillahi rabbil alamina miɗen ɗon keeɓi all set of people area ji ɗi foof miɗen jogui toon doctoraɓe miɗen jogui nosiɓe miɗen jogui loyaji ɓe ganduɗa some people are going to school agriculturist miɗen ɗum foof ɗum jogui so ko ɗum addi amin mbi accu min jaaha back to the village to show them that definitely wona gaynaka tan life o joni sensima gurdam ɗam jo sensima jonon ma jaaden he jamanu si mbi ko gaynaka he ndemduta tan en gaccete ɓaawo koma janggen min gallini ɓe ɗon si en janggi kadi woodi ko mbawɗen nafde ko ɗum addi amin jeehi toon min kolla jinnaɓe koye mumen yooɓe nul sukaɓe mabɓe school sukaɓe koye mumen ɓe jiiya ɓeɗo de ko ɗo ɓe jibina ɗo ɓe jangi ɗo ɓe mawni ɗo ɓe puɗɗi ɓe garti ɓe
ganda nafoore jangde
ɗum ko gowla e waɗen engage Ibrahima kadi Ibrahima yeeto en seeɗa ko ɗum ɗo woni duuɓi 4 hiɗon waɗa e hikka ko honɗum fota waɗede expect ko annduɗa on waɗano ko duuɓi yawtuɗi
ok jarama Balde ko no Sadio haalirni tan programme o ko min cekkat tetene min mbaɗa yewtere ko wayno health talk kulle affaire aji ko wawta dandude ñabbuli eyyi ko ɗum ɗon hikka min ɓurta toon ɓeydude
ok ha paari kadi ko honno walorto wattu on ko time hombo fuɗɗoto ɓayno jogui nafa
ok ko on the 31st of this month December 8 o'clock sharp Sarengay health post min puɗɗoto komin puɗɗorto mawɓe ɓe gara mbaɗa du'a gokka min yamirore on tuma min puɗɗo gokkirgol lekkingol ɗo gokkirgol lekkingol min mbaɗa yewtere ɗum woni ko ɗuman health talk ko mbo fuɗɗorta ko kulle ɗuman ko dandata ñabbuli ko ɓe mbiyata non communicable disease ha ɗuman non communicable disease ko wayno hypertension diabetes etc
sifa ɗin ñabbuli ɗa
e sifa ɗin
exactly
min mbaɗi engage ha lamrana ɗumanin in charge Bansang maternity unit o on araɗa haala kulle affaire ɗuman reproductive health maternal and reproductive health comme debbo reyduɓe ko hono mbawirta topitorade ko mumen ɗum fof tawto e yewtere he.
That is very important. By sandari atawai hande dowrindin tom enen healthcare mo jogiɗen access on ɗo hewɓe maɓɓe alam hande ɗo hiɗa wawi ɗo immade joni yaha joni ko Sadio ko pharmacie makko innama ko ɗum e ɗum mi faala Sadio waɗanama but ɓeyatoɓe ala ɗum koyo ɓe waɗu struggle ɓe doga ɓe naata e lekkele ɓaleɓe e sifa ɗin ɗon fof
exactly no wirɗani because most of the time a yiyat waktu min fuɗɗi on programme ɗo min jii prescription ji kewɗi hewɓe windananoma lekkele ɓe ala ɗe ɓe anda to ɓe heɓata ɗe so ko minen gari komi ari ko mi yi ko jaga ɓe windanama almost a month taɓe wonde ɗiɗo ɓe ngala ɓe ngara base ɓe keɓata prescription ɓe keɓata ɓe ngala neɗɗo bawɗo ɓe sodande ga so min garde ɗen lekkele exactly nde mbawno serde te ko free min gokkiri ɓe free min gokki ɓe ɗen lekkele gila ɗum ɓe wi jaka o programme ko programme baɗɗo important ɓe nanngani min ha tiiɗi ken oɗo lamdinoma kam hoto min ƴettata doctoraɓe doctoraɓe fof ko golloɓe ley laamuɓe doctoraɓe ganduɗa miɗen gandodira e maɓɓe ko yiɓɓe wallitade waktu fof waktu min konki bafe mumen ɓe gullitata bafe mumen ɓe paari yaade kayen dépense koye mumen ko hay hunde minen gokkataɓe koye doctoraɓe laamu ɓe gollata e min jaɗata toon golle
so Sare Ngay na jogui l'hôpital na so na jogui kadi nda lekkele siifa hoɗum wonto nda ho ballito kadi l'hôpital o he lekkeje kañum he doctoraɓe gandanta wona hitande fo jahon toon kono taw doctoraɓe na to gandanta walla noosiɓe gandanta ɓe gandi ligge maɓɓe taw kala pawaɗo he on tundu wona Sare Ngay tan jommum na toon wawi yaade ñawdo Ibrahima
comme Sare Ngay ala ɗuman ala l'hôpital ɗuman koɓe mbiyata RC clinique on ko monthly base yero bawol woni the main government facility yero bawol yata toon RC base clinic so ngala l'hôpital ɗuman so is one of the necessary ko ɗum addamin tawa min daara min tawi Sare Ngay ko big catchment area and the surrounding is almost equivalent. For the night had 5,000 people living together, living there, and then what did they capture the kulle jottagol l'hôpital. So ta neɗɗo fawama kom wondi ɗo ni kom redum heɓi ko debbo redu heɓi ngata were ɗo hebde transportation ko one way transportation subaka motoji ɗi gimmoto Sare Ngay jaha ɗuman base via yero bawol so si ta noon ko after that man keɓgol transportation ko problem so is one of our main objective kulle ndar hono mbaɗirta address on challenges ɗuman
ko gonga mbiɗo yi karis julde ɓe haɗani ɗon toon de ɓe hokkira e lekki kono hiɗandi yeefi culture on kadi no jogui nafa seeɗa yewte ɓe waɗa e ñalande cosaan kadi e ñalande ko fosde on ka ko seconde
ɗo mi arde to ñalande cosaan no lamdori ni rek lekkele ɗe ɓuuri en hewde komin keddi foof ko heddi e yeru komin totti fof min totta ɗum l'hôpital most of the time last time min gokkuno ko Yero Bawol health center ko ɓen ɗo min gokkuno yeru kedde l'hôpital lekkele komin gadduno ko manque ko heddi min gokkuno Yero Bawol l'hôpital o ko ɗum min gokkuno ɓe to culture to banle that's right min dartinima Sare Ngay Jallo Kunda ko kabila mawɗo e nder leydi he min jii miɗen caaki te sukaɓe minen yimɓe hewɓe amen yo jejjite konnguli kewɗi no kalirte Pulaar woɓɓe ganda ko woni taale ɓe ganda malli ɓe ganda ɗum fof ɓe ganda cokki en fof
andaka joni
cokki ganda ka sa wiɗo goɗɗo woni cokki ɓe ganda ko hono woni cokki so min wori mi anda saɗa andi wori ɗum a meeɗa ɗum yiide
min mi anda wori
a anda cuule anda ko woni no cuule cosaan tigi tigi cuule ƴewtugol ndiwtugo e cuule en fof en ngala wadde cosaan muɗum joni cosaan maayi hay hunde wattake but programme en ko fuɗɗi ko Allah walli min mawɓe amen ɓe keddi ɓe gandi ko wonno hanki ko ɗum ɓe kolli min ko hono woni gonga hoɗum woni cuule si wiyama cuule ko hoɗum hono woni nder cuule yimɓe hewɓe ganda ko woni cuule ko ɓornugol tuuba tan han kaari yalta ɓornama tuuba gasi wona ɗum tan woni toon
joni ko hewɓe ko l'hôpital
mbatta te ko debbo nangata jomum ko innira o topitto suka o ha o yalta so min mbi ɗum ɗo foof ko ganduɗa en poti han ɗum accude eɗen mbawi ɗaɓɓude gandal tubakoɓe eɗen mbawi finde siko eɗen poti ɗaɓɓude hono mbawden ñimnude tawa meɗen on ko ɗum addi ha min mbi accu mbaɗen cosano te cosano komo ganduɗa yanoɓe ɗo ɓe foof ɓe tawi to gonde wona ɗi cosanji keewi programme ji sifa ɗi keewi siko cosan men wiyete different because minen game jiɗi ha he malli en gueɗe kewɗe min lamdoto sama mi lamdi mi andano ɓe mbiyata plane plar aw haala andi no wiyete plar wiyete plane no wiyete plar
wona avion
wona avion ko français avion ko français
plane wiyetene minen ko avion
andi
wona avion so ɗum ɗo fof ko majjata i majja te en potani accude ɗiɗo konnguli eɗen ndi poti tindinde jamanu o yaada e jam yaaden he jamanu pulaar o yaada e jamanu
ono sadio ɓe wiya wowlude ɓe ya wowlu contrôle ɗum no wiɗena ya wowlu
andi woɗi laana laana ndiyam woɗi laana diwoyano woodi eyyi joni ɗum ɗon no wawi wonde
gaɗa ko diwo
laana diwoa
tigi ko laana wiyete
so ay ɗum ɗo fof ko yejita te ɗum ɗo fof eɗum poti artirde konngol meɗen haala jewteji meɗen kadi meɗen to mbaɗi organise ko ngannduɗa min mbiyat kala bawɗo haalde pulaar mintaji 10 ta jillani toon konngol hay goto min tottuma hunde
ɗum sattadde Sadio
min mbaɗi ɗum ha min moodi hay goto meeɗa hay goto meeɗa ƴettude
e nder minute 10
eyyi
taw ko pulaar tan kalata
eyyi pulaar tan
taw ko pulaar sifawɗo ma joom haalat kala ko yiɗi tan awa min mbiya ha toon ngolɗo ko jelu ngakkir toon
miɗen gokkira 2000
Ibrahima en jahat
si ɗum wanni tun en gañoto
joni kono gañagol wiyete pulaar gañagol ono wiyete pulaar to wini
o winila o wawinan ɗo
ay ɗiɗo fof ko gueɗe ɗe ngannduɗa ɗe poti artirde ɗemgal meɗen ɗum takani ha en gona en pinata takani neɗɗo andude hoore mum i tawa e pinal andude ko jokkude ko gonɗa ko i tawa e pinal
ayi folo sa mi taƴanima folo yimɓe jangginanni pulaar hay a yiyani mawɓe rewɓe he worɓe ne jooɗo ni wiye e bukkuji pulaar woodi joom yimɓe jangga kono joni ɗum fof mi yiyata ɗum fof ɗum majji ndah onon kadi he initiative moɗon o ho jogui ko way noon
ko ɗum minen ko ɗum mi andi ko ɗum addi ha mbima min gartita ɗemgal ngal sabu a yeewi bukku wona e pulaar bukku wona e pulaar bukku ko deftere wiyete pulaar gueɗe kewɗene toon mi wima mi lamdima gañagol walla win en mbawa hawi kaari hawi kaari kono woni win walla gañama ɗiɗo fof ko gueɗe ɗe ngannduɗa ɗe gaccita yimɓe hewɓe ko addi amin mbi garte jejiti wona cosan o tan wona pratique o tan wona gueɗe baɗɗe bagugol tan ɗemgal ngal hoore mum yejitama e acce te ɗum ɗo yoɗani so mi yi mo ngannduɗa ko biyaɗo ko kaari ko pullo nanta pulaar
ɗum na heewi sa joni de
ta ɓerdam nde
ɗum na heewi joni wiye joomum a wiyaɗa neɗɗo nda wiye ko balde o yetta walla diallo walla bari mbiya ɗum pulla wiya man deguma pul walla n tebuka fula kawa
ɗum yoɗani moƴƴade leñol he te neɗɗo ko gonɗa foof ko poɗɗa kala ko mbawɗa hebde kala ko mbawɗa dañde e aduna ko gandal ma ko toyi foof farnoɗo ko gonɗa ko takani noon a yawade goɗɗo wona yawade goɗɗo siko noon a teddin ko gonɗa ko tene a teddinte sa teddi hen tan a teddinte
so Ibrahima cosan o sa wi cosan because andi fulɓe kadi na heewi façon fulɓe sa wi cosan hombo jiɗɗon addude kañum sifa kadi fulɓe hoɗum because andi ngal leñol ɗon na heewi kadi fulɓe sifa na heewi toon
very good sa nani saare ngay sa wi saare ngay rek a sikkat ko saare fulɓe rek a sikkat ko saare fulɓe aynakoɓe tan ta gasi kono saare ngay ko sifa leƴƴi ɗi fof gi toon fulɓe ɓe gi toon ɗum woni fulɓe doroɓe ɓe ka en goni jarganaɓe jino saare nde fulɓe Fuuta gi toon ɗum woni fulɓe toroɗoɓe gi toon ɗum woni fulɓe maliyankoɓe ɓe naareɓe gi toon seɓɓe mandinkoɓe gi toon mandiakoɓe samba gi toon fof i toon so cultural festival o is all inclusive
kamɓe
fof ɗum an titine objectif amen wona kulle badgol display cultural walla ambiance o rek ko kulle ɓurtingol aadaji Gambia because sa daari culture Gambia is more densely ɗum anna comme ko Greater Banjul o tan ɗum an so no yimɓe men gonirno Gambia no koɗirno toon folo comme toon saare nga en ha yeeso toon ɗum min paala artirde bilande ñamete ha ko gollirte folo ko yimɓe men golliranno ko wayno ko golliranno ha keɓa ɗuman no ñamira ɗuman ha ñameteji men aɗa andi ko ɗon jukka aɗa andi jukka
ko ɗum woni jukka
no
jukka ko ñamete
ko ñamete
jukka
fruit na kako
ka waɗa gawri ñeele
ko
ñeele mbaɗa gerte noon mbahal waɗirte ni rek siko ko ñeele muɗum mbahal exact ko ɗum ɗon
naalima
ngali ko mafe mbala gerte woni ngali ma kono woni ngali mafe mbala gerte woni ma ngali
andi
I will definitely be hatari
mawdo andi e majjide
sa yehi to na yiya
e majjide
ɗum ɗon ko ñameteji ko gandanta toon woodi yimɓeje toon mawɓeje men giɗum gandi ɗum he ko way noon ko heewi sifaji kewɗi ji toon ɗuman he affaire aji ko yimɓeje men gollitortono folo ko wayno goɗɗi ɗin min tigi mi anda hono angale wi tan ko ngoban en mi anda hono angale wi tan ngoban ɗuman ɗum ko ɗum min jiyanno min coñira gawri soñirte gawri ko wayno toñƴe ono mi sikkano ɗo gandi koni toñƴe ɗumani ɗum
anda ɗum de
toñƴe sa heeɓi nagge a yiɗa nge muynina a yiɗi nge ɓiride
a toñnange
sa ala sa woni subaka sa ɓiri nagge ma nagge nge ɓiɗɗo yaada e nene makko ladde ko ma ƴetta leggal fala ka hunuko e ɓiɗɗo hoto muynu
heɓa kosam
kikiɗe so jippike ittamo omo yaha aɗa wawi muynu aɗa wawi yaade ɓiramo sinan sacimo to muyna ko woni toñde
no woodi kadi koɓe waɗayno e kosan ɗan a yiyay nagge ngen a yiyay si a ɓiri kosan ɗan ɓooray ɗum ɗon ko honnu watta ɗum like kosan ɗan a yiyay no ɓowri ɗan ɗon min mi yi ɗum
woodi toon ñamete goɗɗo e toon sinaɗi goori to ladde to leggali toon ɓe ngal mbiya laka goɗɗum nayi ɗi si ñaami ɗum han nayi ɗi jaltinta ɗum goɗɗi ɗi noon woɓɓe ɓe mbaɗa ɗum he nder fedande he less fedande si ɗuman si ha fuɗɗi wadde ɗuman laaldi ndi on tuma laaldi ndi aɗa wawi okkude hen nebo ma kono antin waɗirta ɗuman distribute komi jiita kosam ɗa
joni oɗo event ko en haaɗinaymo saare ngay tum e surrounding villages ka en waɗa invite kadi woɓɓe because ɗum no jogui nafa moƴƴa fiiɓe ara
ay fulɓe africa naɗo ndaho jokkodiri he maɓɓe
no wiɗa miɗen jokkodiri fulɓe africa very well last programme amin ɓe nelno toon délégation maɓɓe Abdou Djeba en ɓe jano toon this time around is a bigger event because right now miɗen mbaɗi invite our guest speaker is the right honorable minister of agriculture Dr. Demba Sabali andi ko ɓe mbi ko Demba ministre heewani Demba ko gayna ko andira siko Demba ministre heewani ɗum noon oɗo ko Demba ministre o yaha haalda e Demba en Sara en Paate en e fulɓe ayna ko ɓe wona makko ko ɗum addi amin toɗɗimo kanko ministre ko sabi ko jiɗɗo leñol ngol ko jiɗɗo pulaku so ko ɗum addi amin toɗɗimo min mbi o ya o haaldana min o ɓeydana min yewtere par ce que goɗɗum ɗum ko ma yiya ko ma yiyande koloɗa eyyi oɗo ko gaynako ko gonnoɗo gaynako e nder noon yeehi school ha Allah wawi wadde hande ko place mawɗo o jogui e leydi he ko ɗum addi amin toɗɗide min mbi yo ya yewtinami yimɓe ho wawa sansude miijoji jinnaɓeɓe he sukaɓeɓe kadi go sukaɓeɓe hewɓe mabɓe na toon ɓe cikkidal golle mawɗe ngalana neɗɗo dowri ko ɗum taki ha ɓe mbawata nangude jangde mabɓe serious so ko madde amin mbi Dr. Demba Sabali is part of the guest speakers this year he will be there and lot of yimɓe hewɓe ɓe ganduɗa kadi ko jooma place uji fulɓe africa no toon sare Gubo student association no toon sare Demba Toro ɓe foof no toon ɓe ganduɗa ɓe waɗa invite ɓe ganduɗa oda Sénégal naɓe also jogui toon fedde ndenka jawdi en ha hew yimɓe hewɓe ɓe ganduɗa ko association aji ɗi foof ɗi mbaɗa invite to programme
I think ne kadi yimɓe men ɓen like wonɓe Sare Ngay miɗa andi yimɓe hewɓe wawi Sénégal ara kono noon hom mi sikki en jonnay taw yimɓe men ɓen pawriti
banle anyway ko minen min mbatta rek programme ko foof wonani nde wonno ko minen jeehi media min noddi min mbi foof ɓuuri en hewde min mbatta ɗum ko first come first serve min mbaɗi on that basis ko gaɗiɗo arde foof no Ibrahima haaliri ni ko waktuji jeetati programme fuɗɗoto te miɗen jiiɗi yimɓe yoɓe jaw ɓe jalta so tawi Sare Ngay ko ɓay ko ɗon ɓe jiiya jiɗɗo hebde lekki law foof yo ar yawta yo ar te noon minen hen keeɓa challenge because waktuji yimɓe mbi on to gokka ɓe yimɓe o gokkani min tawn te a noddi neɗɗo welani on mbi gaare min ñawda on gaare min gokka on lekkele so on gari ɓen gari law an ko ɗo Sare ɗo gonɗo gawni jaatigui a acci ha 12 a ari te koɗo omo nodduɗa on naɗon jooɗi andi ɗon taw welani kulsoɓeɗen tori yimɓe foof yoɓe
on e final note mi falano jonniron QCell numbers
ok
ɗi ando ka julde ɗa jogui ko ɓeydita no wawi wasita yewtere nde no waɗi interesting de
ko yimɓe lamdade rek Ibrahima
comme on di 31st woni gokkirgol lekki ngol ɗum woni 8 am up to 4 on the 1st January woni ɗuman kulle aada sosano woni culture January 1st 2023.
Okay, finally rek ɗo arde balde ko ñinnomi lamdade ko ɗum waɗi ndax on gaddude wadde part of sensitization kadin jangino yimɓe meɗen ɓe he wallum ñamete o because joni ñawuji kewɗi na heɓa yimɓe ɓe because ko ñamete o joni bolon woppi ñamete muɗum ay lacciri en ay ñeele en fof a yiyata ɗum joni yimɓe fof gonti kombonaɓe ndax on jangina ɓe kadin pour ɓe mbatta hakkillaji he ko ñameteɓe o ñamata o
exactly no Ibrahima wimani rek
tawa he ɗumanin programme curriculum o ɗumanin comme mi wiyon to prevent non-communicable disease ko en hypertension e diabetes en then diet and nutrition ɗuman because sa ndaari hay ɗuman malnutrition walla malnutrition ji kewɗi ko mbatta ɗuman ɗo eɗen jogui eɗen ndema eɗen keeɓa on ɗuman kono jomen ganda hono ñamirtam ha ɗuman ɗum foof nden yewtere toon tawete toon
ɗum ɗon miɗen ɗum jogani spécial programme spécial ko sukaɓe pewnande ko en pap o no fewnirante hoorema ta a soodoyani scélérac a soodani hay ɗum ɗa ta ko to ɗon joguiɗo to gonɗa ko joguiɗa ko ɗum mbaɗa ɗum démonstré on exactly siko ko jogui celɗal ɓe ɗum jeeya dulaji kewɗi siko minen ɗum mbawi wadde démonstré toon to saare to kala mo ganduɗa e yettima toon e wawi andude ko hono nden ɗo ñamde wawete waɗe prépare fi sukaɓe ɓe mawɓe on hypertensif ñamete ko hono high blood o en ha he diabetes ñaw sukara en ko honon jooma wawi dandude hono ñamete hombo wawata sukkade mum ta yawata hebde e ɗiɗo ñabbuji walla so ta heeɓimo han kadi ko ɗum mbawɗa ñamde ko ɗum mbawɗa accude kadi ɗum ɗon foof tawete yewtere hen ko ɗum adotoɗo ɗo emin gokkirde lekkele ɗe
interesting mbiɗa andi ɓoyata e waylude kono mbiɗo faala joni ron e QCell number make sure you have a QCell number on my platform koma joniron QCell okay jonire QCell in case goɗɗo no faala wadde partner e mum o wattu walliton e sengo lekkele maɗum walliton hay siko finance fi wawa wadde fa because programme on ko ma o dépensé eyyi so mi faala joniron e QCell if you have
okay Ibrahima ko number maɗa
okay 37
36
125
3736125
3377660
3377660 okay ɗiɗo nombaji kala nodduɗo ɗi wawa ɓe wallitade 3377660 maɗum 3636125 fi wawon nanguitande Sarengai Youth Development Association well thank you very much Sadio and Ibrahima for coming on this platform we wish you a successful event and of course we'll be coming back here to look at the things that you've done already in Sarengai.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Viewers, we'll take a short break. After the break, then the click segment with Churchill Balde. We'll be back.
Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, Gambia's trusted network.
Medicalia is a high-quality clinic from Europe, which is now in the Gambia. Do you have an eye problem? Do you feel a hearing difficulty? Medicalia is here to ease the pain for you. The first and only hearing aid dispensing facility nationwide, where patients can be tested and treated to recover from their hearing loss. Fitted with latest generation equipment, our doctors can provide healthcare assistance for eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Common diseases like glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy can be diagnosed and followed up for fast and correct treatment. Make your appointment with the eye or ear, nose, and throat ENT specialist today to relieve any pain you might be feeling, as consultants are available daily. Contact us for more information. Visit us at Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767123. Medicalia, premium care, personal touch.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFuncanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFuncanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFuncanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell, GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongola. Saun sahin, yesta 335 kumandi. Yadati kemuna fang 4G sobeol. QCell, Gambia la network lanna yaringo.
QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗon janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe woni poɗodirde ɓen. Waɗu dial *335# fi wawa nafitorade ko woni 4G. QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia.
Welcome back. You're watching QTV this morning. And of course, this program is sponsored by Opticalia. They are located at the Tropic Shopping Center. If you missed anything discussed on this platform, you can go to our social media handles or follow the repeat of this program at 12 midnight. And now, Julde, straight to click segment. But you have a wish to do.
Yes. I am taking this opportunity to wish Churchill's Balde a very happy birthday. May you live to witness many more years to come with good health, long life, and many more funds.
And be very serious.
Yes.
And be very, very serious.
Balde, don't put me on the spot.
We have a lot of money.
On TV. Come on. Continue.
No, he is really an amazing dude. Like, I've not known him for long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is amazing. Like, he is someone who always puts a smile on everybody's face.
This nigga is a mechanic. I mean, let's move.
Happy birthday, dude.
Let's move, man.
Anyways, thank you very much. First of all, Julie, I appreciate this. Yeah, today is my birthday. I'm a year older. You know, I want to use this opportunity to thank Allah. And, you know, but anyways, it's the click segment with your boy Churchill Balde. And on today's episode, I have a female artist, one of the finest upcoming artists. She goes by the name Queen AJ. What's up, Queen?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm doing fine. So I'll allow you to greet your fans before we start with the interview.
Yeah, ben na moy lal be kontonna be mul kontonna min yalne koy ben jibe ka sa fay entelon Queen AJ QTV la studio right now.
Nice. So it's like you're a Mandinka artist.
Yeah,
okay, take us through your journey into music. How did it all start for you?
Yeah, but nga fa dem Mandinka kawala
okay.
Na fang sol min biye iseng understand be foka.
Okay.
Yeah, music go akolaya tele among kolaya because ya jibe kata studio to ka recording ke ka music go safe among easy. but nga try le fon futata ni level otong lafta ka EP launch like January 14 Alliance Franco. Yeah.
But the janning wo EP benalele. First of all, molba kachala comme ila musico I started daming.
Yeah.
Ha na manika man senia. Alimba na manika man senia bari mba try lele.
Yeah, so I started la jambale because musico like Junele musico start kana on single record around 2012 wal ma fangol. Yeah.
So Queen Aging wo tuoni anata nyaming. Lafta yewo
Queen ni amoy Queen doro wala mansa musoti AJ wala na toning content.
AJ.
Yeah.
AJ meaning
nto anin content.
Imala himwala ila to ila content wala. But ila fans wala lafta ka lo ndiko.
Yeah, but aba kullen nto nin content. Yeah.
Okay, itemo artist comme ila genre of music. Mung artist si falem itit.
Intemo Afro-Manding artist la.
Afro-Manding munati na Afro-Manding choose because genre jama bijele bari ite ye Afro-Manding choose munati na muna wosabu.
Yeah, fengo kunta no le kunta da. Yeah, komi ye fengo min no nyanta wala kala. Yeah.
Okay, iba san la level jumala.
Yeah, Sami Boy Talented.
Sami Boy Talented. So wo working relationship nying I starta nyadi. For gali approach le for itele gal approach.
No, Sami Boy Talented na meta doku wala la amanke beat. Just around doku wala man start juna. Yeah, but na meta la ka ku musico ku kachada. Yeah.
Okay, then I assign.
Yeah.
So ibe daming I comfortable ila wo dogo ning levelo. Comme I comfortable tala je o.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Because yalong artist jama bije ning center level auto gal ka mung expect aning gal ka mung jeje abuka fenke malong bria understand le.
Yeah.
So ika mung challenges face ning music ko kono.
No, among akay kabrin na do ko start kay ro da mal bije mi yal nako abem akam ma ko le music to dawoda atelebe ma ko kam puruka ku jama ronda. So man any difficulty jeje mi yalno. Yeah, kola yadan.
Okay. Okay, molba ila musical JBL then moliana. We're going to take a short music break. Take a look at what Queen AJ does and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Sammy Boy Talented. Queen AJ. It's J Life Music. Mankeno, mpele manfenkeno, mina kuna miro, nkona seri boyo, kara jusubo. Nte nyata no nyata no, enendo bitaka, nkonte nyata no enendo bitaka. Kano mafonyada, kano muna, ge kanule. Kanuma for joya, kanuma for foroya, kanuma for numukunda. Kano ye dalole long, deria, badia, anganyumuta,
Hey, welcome back from that short music break. I'm sure you're having fun as we're having fun in the studios. But let's widen the discussion. Julie, I saw that you wanted to ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the floor is yours.
Until after Kenya in Kamen na doron kaviye music that ya metale for inene album or launch lebang. Andu fanang foding ining artist dobe doku ke kan artist ol mi alon ko afro manding artist ol mi alon ko nyancho aning dol for aning ini wolbe collaborate kan ne banka doku ke isaje ta fanang ito e finti
nenema launching ke nenema na program ke so ke but nyina mun na first time te ka so ke January 14 wolbe kala na first time te ka so organize yeah and ning artist ol fane collaborate so tale because ning oboye songa bondle kurai gongo anin naba sondo fanan nga sondo bondle bar sa video nyin ka wala bar pour ka shoot ya anin kombon ka fanan ala futu na o bondila bar wo metal domande
say muntu malen tolbe album o jela ka jele ko kuwin eje fana yala album o londe muntu malen bajana kandun kewal da male ba lon kande musol muneketa surtout ma afro mandi musol muneketa
yeah mbakan ne comme yalla nyaadi doro musique la ko ma easy sokoto ma musol ni nata musol la fanal ama easy akoleati e bulu bakel but sande comme like ni ma ko la so ta ka easy bulle bar ni ma ko la so to nimbe ma ko la musique ta ka kolea bakel
sayte sulata makor nyaadinne kantu andi fa ita fana mune mu ila batada koti because ngalo ne komi yafo nyame musico manke ku easy ngoti ay ko di jamale nyininka sayte mune mu ita la batada koti surtout ite mu musolti
batada bi jele although makor la bi jele min yalno ko kam makoy music recording na video la bari hanin kabi e ko la famon ku ya batay ni nga la fal fengo soto kay sa la fan wo kan ya.
Exactly. A better out of back. La faro better out of back. Nte actually, mbenye mfole. Nte mo fan sorti. I'm a fan because ila video Jamal ngajele. Ngamira at some point there was a video I saw Oh Boy on a video, and at the same time I saw Fula Manding with you on a video, something like Gambia, something. And when I saw this video on TV, I asked Bala Musa. I said, "Who is this?" She is very good, you know. So I think ibaka takambakel, andung ila information o nteka wale la mo ibake, you know. So jumale kela song sol safe.
Yeah, nying mfang la ka safe. Then nka se na manager Sami Boy then afana ya finalize aya afonye min penketa min nyanta la kula min nyanta bondi la jefan.
Okay, I bet yata bage iko Sami Boy le mo ila manager. Andu mba fole ila manager mole me yalon ko a meta nyun kuwol konole. You know, Molta Basele. You know, I know him very well.
He seems to be well known. He seems to be well known.
From day one, like, I mean, this is his business, you know. So I think she got the right manager. You know. So sai, ila program ola ko for mole membe kala Alliance Franco abela la nyaadi le mol nyanta mune expect la because mal nyanna kana drong nga ku kilingoje. You know, lafta ka fenne je me yalon ko it's going to be different. Memba tinala next time fana ne kumandiro ke mbita nga si.
Yeah, sa fe ibe ku jemal le belari anin song jemal le belari mi yalon ko yala moy ibe ka wandi la jele. So mba flomo be doron on the 14th January Alliance Franco kana fo mo koma.
Mole advance tickets also le bang. Advance o bijele fo binale nga sambunda.
Ali ni nata kay be VIP le dile.
Be VIP le dile ande be VIP le tala ga si. Very important choice.
Yeah, very important. Yeah, so that was all we had for you on the click segment. It's your boy Churchill Ballet till I come your way again.
But he didn't give us any, I mean, Bala mo
freestyle.
For mo freestyle.
Bala mo dem for mo freestyle. It is how you amade. For is a freestyle di mo.
Ibe mo dealer freestyle la. So
mo dealer freestyle.
Queen AJ mo malula baltin telafta men nyinin kala dal ak coming akake nyaadine because abe lorin jang mba nyinin kaka mbari malula bale mate because hanika questionnaire answer for akole abulle.
Yeah, she seems to be timid.
At some point, yeah, she is timid. I was like, how is she able to do that?
Do that in front of a huge crowd.
Exactly.
You know.
Ibo kala nyaadine kantu ende jahalle da ibe malorin ten to da male be jang.
Yeah, sure. Akasato maybe na action olam but inta kono mantara malulu.
Okay.
Nimmoy kukela aminyabo akola lainuto ya faye nyiminke nyinde nyimanyang alaku niyamu sutura atebe sutura la ifan horoma yedo horoma mulbebe horoma ya komo neng ya la family neng ya te foneng nyimfan se mufano
melengolo
nyimite balafa ya dundi media ate maluta la mulu maluta nyimfan se mufano mulu mbalma ali fonyo nyina mbalma ali fonyo nyina social media nendiro ali fonyo nyina mulu mbalma ali fonyo nyina.
Wow,
that was nice.
You know, it's important when listening to a song, or listening to music. Well, okay, the rhythm is good, but it's also important for you to listen to the message.
To the message.
You know, but most of the time I listen to the message. Although I dance to the
tune.
You know,
yes. You dance to the tune, but you also
I also try to digest what the individual is saying.
To say, yeah.
You know, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. You know, mbinaling your support. You know, mbinaling ngamabe ulungolaning alasonta. Yes, special.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, viewers, this is all we have for you. This edition of This Morning. Be reminded, this program is sponsored by Opticalia. They are located at the Tropic Shopping Center, Senegambia. They specialize on ears, throat, nose, and eyes. And of course, New Year's Eve, QTV will be live at the Senegambia Junction. You know, come enjoy spectacular fireworks, and Baldebana and the whole crew will be there to entertain you. Julde will also be there with us.
Definitely,
yes.
Julde will be there.
So send New Year's Eve bi dafa different. Kaay ñu génn ñu dem Senegambia Junction ak QTV. Xam ngeen ne QTV su ñëwee du dee yomba. Jërë ngeen jëf ba ëllëg.